You know, I'm not gonna lie here. This week has sucked for Nintendo fans, like big time. And there's two main reasons for that. So, let's get into the first one. So, 2 days ago, as of recording this wonderful video you're watching here, we got told that Breath of the Wild 2 was being delayed once again. Something I called. Now, I don't know if it was on Twitter, I don't know if it was through a video, I'm pretty sure a video, but I did say that we were likely to get a delay from Breath of the Wild. And well, here we are, folks. I did it. I predicted it right. Do I wish I did? No. No, the fact that it's been delayed again truly is crazy, especially since, this is reusing the engine from Breath of the Wild 2, but at this point, with how long it's taken, I'm assuming they've just made a completely new game. Like, the amount of stuff that they must have added and must have changed and all of that must be immense. See, the big issue with delaying a game is that the more you delay it, the more hyped up people will get when it comes to the release date time again. So you really can't be doing this lightly. If this game doesn't bang hard, okay, if this game isn't one of the best pieces of fictional media ever created in the history of ever, then they've just wasted a couple of years. Like, you saw what happened with with Cyberpunk 2077, right? You saw how wonderfully that game went despite being delayed and all of that. Now, I do trust Nintendo, that's a lie. They will make a finished game. I can tell you that much. I don't know if it's going to be great or not, but to be honest, I think it will be. The big thing with Zelda is that the team behind it, especially nowadays, are really, really talented. Like, with the music, with the design, with the actual gameplay itself. Like, even though I didn't enjoy Breath of the Wild when I first played it, going back and replaying it recently enough, say recently enough is like, 6 months ago now, but when I did replay it, I did really enjoy it, and a bunch of others did too, so I do trust the team here. Now, why has it been delayed? That is the interesting question here. Now, of course, it could just be that they might have thought of some new giant amazing idea that'll push this game over the edge from great to amazing, and they need a lot more time to implement it. Or they saw how packed this year was already for Nintendo, and then just moved it. Only adding small little touch-ups to the game, bug testing, all that kind of stuff, which is definitely possible, but at the same time, Breath of the Wild 2 would be the perfect little Christmas selling big thing. Or it's option number 3. The Switch upgrade, slash Switch Pro, slash Switch 2, whatever it's going to be, an upgrade of the current system, or a new system that's like the Switch, or Nintendo returns how things used to be with a system that's going to underperform and a handheld which will somewhat decently perform, but because they split between two systems, they're both going to kind of do worse than they should have done. But anyway, maybe it could be that they just delayed the game to be alongside this new edition. So, this one's kind of possible. Like, there's been so many rumors about a Switch Pro, about a Switch 2, for months now, and semi-credible leaker person who predicted both this being delayed and E3 not happening this year, which we'll get onto later. Well, that one, they kind of predicted. I don't know, it's weird, I'll talk about it later maybe. But they do have a decent kind of reputability, so yeah. This might end up being the big tie-in game with the Switch 2. Maybe we'll even get a special edition with little Triforce Joy-Cons, and these Joy-Cons won't suck as much as the current ones. Like, seriously? By the time Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, it'll have been 6 years since launch of Switch, which, speaking of which, most console generations are roughly 6 odd years, so once again, that does add credence to the theory that yes, this game, this Breath of the Wild 2, will be alongside a brand new Switch model of some sort. And a brand new one that'll be a much higher jump from the current model to itself, rather than what the OLED was, where it's what the Switch probably should have been at launch. One last thing really, that I want to touch up on here is that I hate all the Zelda fans whining on Twitter saying, well, they've left the spot open, so, there should be more Zelda information and more Zelda stuff for us. Like, oh my god, just go away. Like, Zelda fans for a long time did have to wait 5 odd years between every single new game, but they were fantastic games whenever they came out. I think, I haven't actually tried going back to Twilight Princess. Last time I played it was a good 6 years ago now, so I should probably get around to that. But fans are saying that yes, you know, you do have to wait 5-6 years, but those 5-6 years are worth it. And recently, they've been on a roll, okay? The Switch is an amazing system for Zelda. Like, we had, of course, Breath of the Wild. We had the Link's Awakening remake, which satisfies us top-down players. Or at least the ones who hadn't already played that game, which includes me, so it was basically like a new top-down 2D Zelda type thing. We also got the Age of Calamity, Hyrule Warriors Deluxe, and now Breath of the Wild 2. That is almost one game per year in this franchise, and that is not even including Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, like the original ones from the NES, all coming to Switch as well, which you could classify each as their own separate thing, but I won't. I'll bundle them together, which is, yeah. Now, am I saying that we won't get anything, any small little Zelda bits to tide us over before that game? I'm not. No, we probably will, to be completely honest with you. Funny leaker person I mentioned shortly beforehand did say that we are in for a little Zelda thing, so most likely a port of one of the Wii U games. However, that still doesn't stop the fact that the fans are so insufferable. Good God, like, look at Pikmin fans, okay? Last title, unless you want to include that mediocre 3DS one, which, yes, mediocre, not bad. It is a pretty alright game, all things considered, but not nearly as good as the, main three. But they haven't gotten a new game in years, okay? F-Zero fans, they're all dead at this point, okay? They are deader than dead. They have died, decomposed, their bones have turned to nothingness. Beautiful land has sprouted from where their corpse lies, like, they are dead beyond all belief. And Mario and Luigi fans, that's me. Hello, it's been roughly 3 years since the last Mario and Luigi game, and that was a really poorly done remake. Last good one was 5 years ago. Last new one was 7 years ago, and that new one, could you even classify it as new? Sure, it had a good battle system, but, like, it was so generic, which was the big issue with it. Then, what's that, you have Dream Team back in 2013, the year of Luigi. That is almost 10 years ago now. It's almost been 10 years since the last Mario & Luigi game that really most people liked. Because that's the thing, is that every single one after that has had a fair bit more criticism thrown towards it than others. And even then, Dream Team has still gotten a fair bit of criticism. Mostly from me. The long cutscenes, the constant tutorials, the lack of innovation, kind of. It followed a lot of what Bowser's Inside Story did, kind of like what Ocarina of Time was to Link to the Past, where it built up on a lot of these ideas, but it still stuck really strongly to it. So yeah, the last Mario & Luigi game not to receive any immense criticism was really Bowser's Inside Story, 13 years ago. Chibi Robo fans haven't had a proper game that released internationally since the first one back in like the early 2000s. Heck, you can even throw Paper Mario fans into the mix. I mean, we just talked about how, for some people, it's been 13 years since the last good Mario & Luigi game, so might as well talk about the fact that most Paper Mario fans have been happy with the franchise since Super, and even that one got a bunch of criticism. So yeah, Zelda fans, well, the loud, obnoxious ones at least, go away, shut up, you smell funny, go shower, it's been 3 weeks, please. So anyway, yeah, let's move on to the other big, sad, horrendous news. I am actually really sad. I am going to cry a lot. So, the main reason why I've made this video is because of this second news. Now, it's surprisingly enough, I did have enough to say about the whole Zelda situation to make a video on its own, but I've decided to bundle them together because, well, they kind of fall under the same theme of big, sad, the funny boo-womp sound effect from SpongeBob. In fact, I'd be playing the sad SpongeBob music right now, if not for the fact that the last time I did that, I got claimed, and I don't really want multiple claims on my channel, so unless I can get like a meaty version of that or something, I won't even have music in the background here. So what is this sad, horrendous news that has made me cry for hours to the point where it made me really struggle to make this video today? Well, funnily enough, hey, remember how I said that I enjoy E3s? Hey, remember how I might have said in a passing comment, unless E3 is cancelled this year or something in one of my previous videos? I'm not sure if I did say that, but it does seem like a me thing to say. Well, guess what was just announced? E3, both physical, which I'm not too surprised about, and digital, has been cancelled. Why? It made sense during 2020 why both were cancelled. Except well, kind of. With how many games got delayed and how hard it was for people to get to work and stuff like that, it did definitely make sense for them not to hold it that year digitally and physically, obviously. 2021, I don't think they held a physical conference, which, you know what? Fair enough. You know, we were still reeling back from the funny virus at that point, so that's fair. We're now into 2022, and for some reason they have just cancelled both. Now, of course, we still have the Russia-Ukraine invasion going on right now, so my theory is that that is what has caused this. However, that doesn't make too much sense to me. Physically, okay, fine. I can see why that might affect things. I can see why you'd be fearful of stuff like that. Sure. But digitally doesn't make sense. You know, every major game company is still able to get to work on games, on trailers, on all of that, so I don't understand this decision at all. And by the looks of things, neither does anyone else on the internet. Everyone is just shocked and flabbergasted. And appalled. Hi, Paul. So yeah, no E3 this year. However, there is Summer Games Fest, baby. Woo. Now, this started in either 2020 or 2021. I feel like it was 2020, because I'm pretty sure I had the thought in 2021, why do we need Summer Games Fest now? Like, we have E3 back, there's no real point to it. Like, I have never watched a Summer Games Fest, so I have no clue how these things go. I don't know if they're better or worse than E3, I don't know how they're handled. All I know is that Jeff Keighley, the Game Awards guy, is involved, so yeah. Speaking of which, when this news was announced, he did a little funny wink emoji, like, heh, well then, guess this summer's ready. Like, oh my god, shut up, man, shut up. So with E3 gone, I very likely see Xbox and PlayStation running along to Summer Games Fest. Now, what about Nintendo, okay? This channel is an entirely Nintendo-focused channel, with little bits here and there from other companies, I guess. But for the most part, I do talk about just Nintendo stuff, and have footage from mostly just Nintendo stuff, so we should really be looking into that side of things. Nintendo is yet to release a statement about all of this, which, yeah, I don't really see why a statement would need to be said. In fact, Nintendo is rarely ever open about the E3, or not E3s, about the directs that they have. Like, we only really know about them a couple days beforehand, or in the case of E3, like a week or two beforehand. So, suffice to say, expect to hear news about if they're going to be doing something in June or not, either late May, or like 2 days before the 16th or something. Now, unlike 2020, where Nintendo just didn't have any news whatsoever, and also COVID, I do think that we still will be in for a direct mid-year. Mid-year? Don't you mean Dream Team year? Ahaha, because the game's mediocre mid, haha, very funny, I know. But I definitely do think that we are in for one in the middle of the year, because, I don't know, I just feel like it. Also, you need to live with hope, because otherwise, there ain't no point living. With the amount of stuff they have planned this year, and how little we know about 2023, bar Breath of the Wild and most likely Bayonetta 3, it would 100% make sense for us to get a presentation here. As well as the fact that, like, E3 time is when Nintendo would pull their biggest punches, show their biggest reveals and stuff like that, so even if E3's gone, that middle area of the year near Summer Games Fest will be a big time for games journalism, so I definitely see them doing something then. Now, I know what question you're all thinking, but the YouTuber The Awesome GN, how is this gonna affect the Road to E3? That delightful series you decided to do last year that was kind of mediocre, but, you know, it made you make more videos, so I guess it worked in the long run. Well, you see, my small, individual follower person, hello, I don't know. I'm gonna be quite busy May, June time, so I might not be able to make that many videos anyway, so sorry to say it, but Road to E3 is cancelled. Yep, that's your third big sad news of the day. I know you're disappointed. I'm disappointed. We're all very sad here. I'll still try and make a video beforehand if a thing is announced, if a presentation at all is announced. I will say, ooh, I expect to see this, and a trailer for the Mario movie, and another Smash reveal, because why not? So, I will still be making a video if Nintendo's making a presentation, but if they aren't making a presentation, then, well, yeah. Now, before we close off this delightful little video, I've got a good news, something to make you leave this video very yippee happy. Or it won't. The information makes me very yippee happy. That's right, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe next month, baby! And it's coming to Switch. Yep, That's what I was building up to. No, it isn't. That was a funny haha joke. Here's what the actual thing is. So, on the 21st of March, 2022, the brilliant creator you know as the Awesome GN decided to make a video. Okay, well, I was probably working on the video the day before and that day, so 20th of March, 2022, the Awesome GN decided to start making a video and then posted it on the 21st. Now, this video was on semi-credible Mario movie leaks. Now, unknown to that brilliant creator who is me, I'm going to stop saying the brilliant creator thing now, it was unfunny at the start and it's still unfunny. They were about to receive a fair amount of views from this video. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did expect this video to do decently well. See, I expected this video to at the most get 100 views. You know, like, the thing about it is that I put a bunch of tags in the description, which does make more people click onto the video. I made it on a topic that a lot of people want to know about, because we have known about the Mario movie since 2017. We've known about the voice cast since September of 2021. It's been 6 months since that, and it's been like 5 years since the launch of the Switch. So, it is no surprise that people are really excited and want to know more about this movie. So, you know, a movie about leaks of it, I'm not shocked. But then the thing that did shock me was the fact that it didn't just go to 100, 110 views. It went about 10 times more than that. As of recording this, the video currently sits at a delightful 1,258 views. 1,258. That is insane to me. The fact that a video that I actually did put work into got so many views is astounding, because my channel right now, most of my views, you can hear clicking in the background because I'm going to it, but a lot of the videos with really high views, I'm not at all proud of. Like, they're short, dumb little things, you know? They're not really proper videos. Like, Smash Bros. Ultimate League soundtrack. That was me just playing the Smash Ultimate main theme with a garbage recorder, okay? Rip Bob, that was just a mobile game of Magikarp Jump. I don't know why it did that well. Paper Mario 64 badge get sound. It's a very good sound, I'll give you that, and it's a very sexy thumbnail, but it doesn't make sense. Super Mario Odyssey, Super Luigi Odyssey, accidental clickbait, I guess. The two videos on Drawn to Life. See, one interesting thing that I've seen is that videos on much smaller games like that big channels won't cover will rake in a fair bit of views. Like Drawn to Life there, so many people remember that game from their childhood, but most people don't actually talk about it. So, you know, I'm just saying, there's a niche to be had there. And then the other three are from 5 years ago, so kind of the start of the channel. Actually, this channel's been around for quite a while. But anyway, I'm not really proud of the majority of these videos. So, the fact that one of them has reached such a high view count, I'm really happy about, you know? Oh, there's also one that I privated now, which was just me saying, oh, I figured out how to use Dolphin Emulator. Wow, I can't wait to play Thousand Year Door with a keyboard. Like, I didn't even have the controller part set up. Why? And the funny thing is, that's not the only video to do well. Everything we know about the Mario movie has done quite well as well, with almost 300 views, which that is nothing to scoff at. Mario Kart 8 DLC Wave 1 review plus leaks as well, 156 views. Like, this is incredible. Also, the Folders on Switch video had 5 views, which, less incredible, but you know what, I don't really care, because, you know, Mario movie leaked video still got 1.2 thousand. Just over the last 28 days, I've received 1.8 thousand views, 100-ish hours of watch time, and 11 subscribers in the last 28 days, which, speaking of which, hi, how you doing? Thank you for sticking about. So yes, thank you, like, a lot. To be honest with you, I didn't think that I would get to see this number of views for quite another couple of years. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, this channel has been quite slow to start, probably because the videos I made for the first couple of years of it have been garbage. Only the videos within the last, like, year and a half odd have been ones that I've been kind of proud of, and the views and subscribers kind of reflect that. It's because of these better videos that I am starting to receive views like that and good subscriber counts like that, so even though it has been slow to start, I am more than happy with the level that I am at currently, because even though I started my channel, 9 years ago now, in all honesty, I only really started 2 years ago. and 114 subscribers in 2 days, 10,000 total views in 2 days, or not 2 days, 2 years, Jesus Christ. 2 days would be impressive, but still, it's still amazing. So yeah, thank you, and I hope that I can make more videos in the future that people will really enjoy. Not just for the funny number go big, but because I do enjoy making videos that others also enjoy. Like this video if you want to come back to it, so you can see if the date I said for the direct will actually be the correct date. I kinda hope it is. It would be funny if something I said spur of the moment actually turns out to be correct. Comment how you feel about the E3 situation, or how you feel about the Zelda situation, or how you feel about the Mii situation, any of them, or comment about how, you know, Stanley Parable next month. Very excited. And do consider subscribing, because if this is the second video of mine you've watched now, you're in too deep, you might as well just fully sign up. There is no escape, there is no turning back. And I won't see you in the next one. I can't see you. I've said this multiple times at this point, but I am incapable of viewing you, and I probably don't want to as well. Yeah, that's right, in the same recording, I just said how much I'm appreciating all of you, and also called all of you ugly. Take that. I am a master at this. Bye.